noticed your car's engine RPM going up and down while it's just sitting still? You're parked, foot off the gas, and the tachometer needle's bouncing around like it can't make up its mind. It might dip really low and sound like the engine's going to stall, then suddenly rev up a little, then settle again, and then do it all over. It's easy to ignore at first, but here's the thing. Your car is actually trying to tell you something important. Idle RPM fluctuations might seem small, but they can be the early signs of serious problems, or sometimes it's just a little hiccup that's easy to fix. The key is knowing the difference. In this video, I'm going to break it down in the simplest way possible, what causes these fluctuations, what your car is trying to tell you, and what you should do about it before it leads to bigger trouble. Let's get into it. So first, what's idle RPM when your car is running but not moving, like when you're sitting at a red light or warming it up in the driveway? The engine still needs to run. That's called idling. Most cars idle between 600 to 1000 RPM, depending on the make, model, engine type, and whether it's warm or cold. This idle speed is controlled by the car's computer, the ECU, engine control unit, which adjusts fuel and airflow to keep the engine running smooth when you're not pressing the gas. So if everything's working properly, the idle RPM should stay pretty stable. A slight dip when your AC kicks in, that's normal, but bouncing up and down constantly or sounding like it's going to stall, that's not. Now, let's break down why that happens. Reason 1, dirty or faulty idle air control valve, IAC valve. This is one of the most common reasons for fluctuating idle. The idle air control valve manages the amount of air that bypasses the throttle when your foot is off the gas. Over time, this valve can get gummed up with carbon deposits, especially if you've got high mileage. When that happens, the airflow isn't steady and the RPM goes up and down. If it's completely faulty, the engine might even stall. What can you do? Sometimes it just needs a good cleaning with throttle body or intake cleaner. In other cases, it may need to be replaced. This is usually a relatively cheap part, often under $100.00. Reason 2, vacuum leaks. Your engine has a series of vacuum hoses that help control airflow, sensors, and various systems like brake boosters and emission controls. If any of these hoses crack, come loose, or leak, extra air gets sucked into the engine, which throws off the air-fuel ratio. The ECU tries to correct it, but that constant adjusting can lead to RPM bouncing. How do you know if it's a vacuum leak? One old school trick, while the engine's idling, spray some brake cleaner or carb cleaner carefully around the vacuum lines and intake. If the RPM jumps or changes, you've likely found a leak. Reason 3, dirty throttle body. The throttle body is what controls how much air goes into the engine when you press the gas pedal. Even when you're not pressing the gas, it lets a small amount of air through for idling. But over time, carbon builds up around the throttle plate. That buildup can mess with airflow and confuse the sensors. The result? Fluctuating idle. This is another fix that doesn't need fancy tools. You just remove the air intake hose, spray throttle body cleaner, and gently clean the edges and inside of the throttle plate. Reason 4, bad mass airflow sensor, MF. The MAF sensor tells the ECU how much air is coming into the engine so it can add the right amount of fuel. If the MAF sensor is dirty or failing, the readings are off. The computer doesn't know the correct fuel-to-air ratio, and it can cause idle to hunt up and down. Sometimes cleaning the sensor with a dedicated MAF sensor cleaner can fix it. Other times, you might need a replacement. Reason 5, engine misfire or poor spark. Misfires can also lead to unstable idle. If one of your spark plugs or ignition coils is failing, that cylinder might not fire properly, especially at low RPMs. That can cause the engine to shake, stumble, or have irregular RPMs. Check engine light might come on with codes like P31 to P36. Those are misfire codes. If you're getting those, that's a strong clue. Regular spark plug replacement, usually every 30 to 100,000 miles, depending on the type, can help prevent this issue. Reason 6, EGR valve problems. The exhaust gas recirculation, EGR valve, sends some exhaust gases back into the engine to reduce emissions, but if the valve sticks open or gets clogged, it can cause the engine to idle, rough, or surge. This tends to happen more on older cars with high mileage, or if you've been using poor quality fuel. Cleaning or replacing the EGR valve might be needed. Reason 7, fuel system problems. If your fuel pressure is too low, maybe from a failing fuel pump or clogged fuel filter, the engine might not be getting the steady fuel it needs, especially at idle. Fluctuating fuel pressure means fluctuating RPM. This is harder to diagnose without proper tools, like a fuel pressure gauge, so it's usually a job for a mechanic. Reason 8, failing engine mounts. Now this one's sneaky. Technically, bad engine mounts don't cause RPM to fluctuate, but they make the vibration feel way worse, especially at idle. You might think the idle is erratic, but it's actually normal. You're just feeling the vibrations more because the rubber in the mounts is worn out. Cold start, idle fluctuations, normal or not. If you put the car in park and the vibrations change or go away, that's a good clue. A lot of people panic when their car revs high or fluctuates in RPM on a cold start, and honestly, that's understandable. You get in your car on a chilly morning, fire it up, and the engine suddenly races to 1,500 or even 2,000 RPM for a few seconds, then drops down, sometimes dipping too low and bouncing back up. So, is this normal? Yes, to a point. Here's what's happening. When an engine is cold, fuel doesn't vaporize as efficiently and internal friction is higher. The ECU knows this, so it adds more fuel and air to help the engine run smoother and warm up faster. That's why you get high idle RPM right after startup. It's like the engine saying, "Give me a minute to stretch." This is called fast idle, and it's completely normal in colder weather. Older cars used to use a manual choke for this, but modern fuel-injected engines do it automatically through the ECU. But here's where it gets interesting. If your car doesn't settle into normal idle within a minute or two, or if it keeps fluctuating long after the engine is warm, then it's not just a cold start behavior. Something else is going on. Let me give you an example. A 2012 Honda Civic might idle at 1,800 RPM when started in 40 DGF weather. Within 2 to 3 minutes, it drops to a smooth 700 RPM. But if you're seeing it fluctuate during that time, say bouncing between 1,000 and 1,800, and especially if it jerks or shakes while doing so, that's usually a sign that your IAC valve, coolant temp sensor, or even your thermostat might be acting up. Yup. A stuck thermostat can also cause fluctuating idle. If it stays open when it shouldn't, the engine takes forever to warm up, and the ECU keeps the engine in cold mode, messing with idle speed longer than necessary. So what's your car trying to say? Idle fluctuations are like your car coughing. It's not always serious, but it's never totally normal either. Think of it this way. A slightly dirty IAC valve is like a sore throat. Annoying, but easy to fix. A vacuum leak is like breathing through a straw with a hole in it. You can still drive, but you're forcing the engine to work harder. A failing MAF, or misfire, is like trying to run a race with one shoe missing. You'll eventually trip. Your car is telling you, something's off, don't ignore me. If you catch the problem early, many of these are cheap and easy fixes, especially if you're handy with basic tools. But if you ignore it, what starts as a $10 0 cents fix could turn into a $1,000 0 cents repair. If your idle is fluctuating, here's what you can do step by step. Step 1. Check for a check engine light. If it's on, grab a cheap OBD2 scanner or head to an auto parts store. They often scan for free. Codes like P505, idle control system malfunction, P101, MAF sensor range or performance, and P300 series misfires. All point to issues affecting idle. Step 2, clean the throttle body and IAC valve. This is usually the easiest place to start. You'll need a screwdriver, throttle body cleaner, and about 30 minutes. Step 3, inspect vacuum lines. Look for cracks or disconnected hoses, listen for a hissing sound, spray test if needed. Step 4, clean or replace the MAF sensor. If your car has one, most do. This is a quick fix. Use MAF safe cleaner only. Step 5, check spark plugs and coils. Misfires often happen under load, but they can show up at idle too. Inspect for wear or carbon fouling. Step 6, don't rule out fuel or emission systems. If everything checks out and the problem persists, a mechanic should test fuel pressure, EGR operation, or even perform a smoke test to find hidden vacuum leaks. How environmental factors play a role. Let's go even deeper and talk about something few people think of: weather and altitude. Ever wonder why your car idles differently on a hot summer day compared to a chilly morning? Or why it feels off when you're driving in the mountains versus sea level? Your engine doesn't breathe the same in all conditions. Hot, humid air is less dense, so your engine gets less oxygen. Cold air is more dense and rich in oxygen, which affects combustion. That's why cars often idle smoother in colder temps, but may rev higher at start to compensate for the engine being cold. Modern ECUs are smart enough to adjust for this, but only if your sensors are working correctly. A faulty intake air temperature sensor, IAT, or barometric pressure sensor can give false readings, leading to poor idle control, especially during weather changes. Also, high elevation equals less oxygen. Your engine has to adjust air-fuel ratios differently. If it's not doing that right, idle issues can follow. So if you recently moved or traveled from one environment to another and noticed new idle behavior, your sensors could be to blame, or they may just need to relearn idle parameters, which your car can sometimes do after a battery reset or short drive cycle. Should you reset the ECU after fixing something? So this is a hot topic and very relevant. Let's say you cleaned the throttle body, changed the IAC valve, or replaced a vacuum hose. Should you reset the ECU? In many cases, yes. The ECU uses what's called long-term fuel trim to adapt to how your engine performs over time. If your engine was compensating for a clogged valve or leaking hose, those fuel trims might still reflect that old problem even after you've fixed it. So if you notice idle still acting strange after a fix, try disconnecting the battery for 10-15 minutes, reconnect it, start the car, and let it idle for about 5 minutes, no accessories on, and then drive it around normally for 10-15 minutes so it can relearn. This won't work on every car. Some require a scan tool reset, but on many older and even mid-2010s vehicles, it helps reset idle learn values. Just don't forget, when you disconnect the battery, you may lose radio presets, clock settings, and some vehicles require reinitializing window or sunroof memory. Here's the bottom line. Idle RPM fluctuation isn't normal. It might be small now, but your car is giving you a chance to fix something before it gets worse. And the good news? Many of the causes are totally fixable without spending big money or going to a shop. Whether it's cleaning out a dirty throttle body or spotting a cracked vacuum hose, these are things you can do in your own driveway with just a little time and patience. So, next time your car's idle starts bouncing around, don't just turn up the radio and ignore it. Pop the hood. Listen to what your engine's trying to say. And hey, if this video helped you understand what's going on under your hood, hit that like button. If you want more car tips, breakdowns, and easy-to-understand explanations like this, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, drive safe, and keep that engine smooth.